everybody's talking about, there's like two camps of people talking about AI. Yeah, in one camp, you have AI folks that are like, oh, we're going to replace X, Y, and Z job. So there's a very popular one that's running billboards all over San Francisco that's like AI SDRs. And so they're creating essentially a SaaS platform where there's AI agents running around pretending to be SDRs. But that's missing the point. So in the second group, there is effectively the group of people that view AI as a tool that can accelerate current initiatives or future initiatives or take care of all of the tedious work to focus on the real work, the real like deep work. And I'm starting to see more and more of the second group and less of the first group, I guess. There's still the first group out there, but I'm seeing more and more of the second group. And I think when you're thinking about building a startup or looking at a new technology, it's critical to think about how is that new technology going to be adopted inside of a Fortune 100 company. Is a Fortune 100 company going to sign up for an AI SDR type of service and fire all of their SDRs on a totally new technology? No. What they're going to do is they're going to adopt AI to figure out how can we accelerate our SDRs more? How can we make them 20% more efficient or remove 20% of the tedious stuff so that they can focus on like the really important stuff? And that's the true adoption pathway to AI. And that's why I think focusing on the second group is far more important. And I definitely see this across the Depot customer base, that folks that are dabbling into the AI, what can we accelerate with AI? What can we remove from like our day-to-day tasks? That's how they're looking at AI. It's like, how do I clean up the tedious stuff so that I can actually focus on doing the really important stuff, like managing my production infrastructure instead of my CI infrastructure, removing this bottleneck in this CI job that's really tedious. You can like turn an AI agent loose on that to be like, hey, like go figure out where this bottleneck is and go fix it. That's like really tedious work that you can now offload so that that software engineer can now focus on the most important tasks inside of their company. It has a lot of downstream benefits too to the rest of the organization. Because one of the things that, especially in the software engineering space, that makes AI agents exponentially more powerful is really great documentation. So if you have really great documentation about how your software is built and the architecture and all of those pieces, and you feed that to the agent, you'll get exponentially better results out the other end. But who else does that benefit? It benefits every single engineer and the rest of the team as well. And so we're seeing this, folks that we see are starting to learn like, oh, this documentation thing is actually super important. They've always known it's important, but now they're like, they can see like, oh, if we produce this documentation, this AI agent will produce better results. And the rest of the team gets a benefit from that too. So there's a lot of like downstream effects to introducing just enough AI to remove the tedious work and optimize the tasks to be effectively more independent and less time consuming. And those downstream effects impact the entire engineering team.